Hello friends, I'm here today to finally share with you the books that I picked up at Book Bonanza. It is the next Saturday now. Honestly, this Book Bonanza wore me out. I've been so exhausted all week. I am finally ready to get these books put up on my TBR shelf though. Some of them are going to my regular shelves because I have already read them. But yeah, I'm ready to put the books up. So I'm going to do a quick haul. And then afterwards, I think I'll just do like a little slideshow of my pictures. I took like 15 seconds of like random footage for a vlog. So maybe I'll throw that in there, but mostly it'll be pictures. So the first five books I had are pre-orders. The first three I've read already. It is the Sinful Empire series by Ava Charles. It's the ones that I read in my reading new to me like Book Bonanza authors. So book one is Greed. Book two is Lust. And book three is Envy. And those are they're darker romances, kind of take like an arranged marriage that takes place at this winery. The girl's family has run it for several years. Basically her father kind of puts her into an arranged marriage with this man, and then passes away, and she finds out all the stuff, the moving parts that are going on with it. And then books 4 and 5 are the spin-off about the main male character in those first threes. It's his younger cousin who he kind of raises. So book 4 is Pride. And book 5 is Wrath. And then Ava Charles was doing, I filled out a pre-order form for it, but she was also kind of just giving them away for free. This is Carnal Vengeance, Bourbon Dynasty book 1. So it's super short, so we'll see what it is. Next one I picked up was from the half price books that was there at the signing. I only bought one book from the half price books, which I don't think has ever happened before. But I picked up Unleashing Chaos by Crystal J. Johnson and Felicity Vaughn. I'm not sure if both or only one of these authors were there. I didn't end up actually taking this to the signing room to get signed. But it says, when your father, the king of demons, tells you to find an eternal partner in 90 days, you do it because the alternative is worse. So she goes to Earth from hell and is enlisting her roommates to help her out. And I think it might be one or both of the roommates. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I picked up that. And then we had in our Book Bonanza swag bags, the ones we were supposed to get last year from Catherine Amara, and it's this special Book Bonanza edition of The Temporary Wife. It's got the gold foiling, and it's got a Book Bonanza special edition, and there's a little note from her inside it on what she did to make it so special for Book Bonanza. So I got that one in the signing bag. And then I pre-ordered from her The Secret Fiance, her newest one, because I like her signing editions have the gold foiling. And then I didn't know she had a Beauty and the Beast retelling, so I pre-ordered that as well. It's A Curse of Shadows and Ice, and I really like this cover with the rose and everything. So yeah, it just sounds like a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it was Catherine Amora, and when I found out she had written it, I had to have it. This next one was kind of an accident that I have it. I had pre-ordered book 2 in Laura Pavlov's newest series, and they didn't have it when I went to go pick my pre-order up. So her assistant told me to pick up a different one, so I picked up this version of Evermine. I think it's book 2 in her Honey Mountain series. And then they're shipping me the book that I actually pre-ordered. I've spoken to her assistant and everything's good. So yeah, I got an extra Laura Pavlov book, and my pre-order is on its way. This terribly financially irresponsible thing that I've done, only at Book Bonanza though, is go through the pre-order list and click on random ones and see if any of those covers call to me. Don't do that. Not recommended. But I ended up pre-ordering these two from Kristen Luciani. Thankfully my sister has read her at this point and said that she enjoyed her, so there's hope for these. But I picked up, let's see, Twisted Tyrant, Vengeful Villains book 1. Books are falling. And also The Secrets That Kill, Secret Society of the Obsidian Knights book 1. I've seen these covers on Instagram, but I'm kind of super picky about my baseball romances. But my sister saw them when we were walking around. I think we were on our way to a wristband or something because we didn't stop right then. We ended up coming back to Lulu Moore's table, and I picked up both The First Baseman and The Shake Off by Lulu Moore. These are both baseball romances. I think she said book 3 comes out July. I have already read I have read this one. I am currently making my way through this one. I'm about 60% in. Loving this one so much so far. So the first one is a second chance romance. They were together in high school. He ended up breaking up with her so that they could both like achieve their dreams or whatever. And now he's like trying to get her back. And in this one, this is such a funny premise. I love it so much. They have a one-night stand, and he thinks it's the greatest thing that's ever happened. Let me set that one down. He thinks it's the greatest thing that's ever happened. He wants to go back for another time. She's like, no, you should work on that some more because you were the only one that had a good time. And so basically it sends him into this like mental thing, and it's so funny and it's so steamy now that they're like, she's helping him work it out and helping him like learn what he did wrong. And yes, so good. Highly recommend. We ended up seeing one of the dark romance panels. I don't know about anybody else that was there, but I felt like the panels were a little lackluster this year. I felt like there was a lot of repetitiveness. Like how many times can you listen to different authors talk about small town or dark romances? And that seemed to be the majority of what there was to me. But anyway, one of the dark romance panels that we went to, Piper Rain was there, and they were talking about this series that they have that's like Twisted Fairy Tales. So you know I had to pick it up. So I bought book 1, Moonlit Thorns. This one was a Beauty and the Beast retelling. And then book 2, Shattered Vows. My back of this one is the synopsis for book 1. So it's like a misprint, but I bought this on the first day and I didn't want to go back to their table and ask for a different one. So I just have the wrong one. I think this is a Rapunzel retelling though. I don't remember for sure. And then there was a book 3, but it was already sold out by the time I got to their table. So I don't have book 3. So we were standing in line at, I think it was Nana Malone's table. I have a pre-order for her that I'll get to in a little bit once it's somewhere in the stack. And we were talking to a lady that I thought was just in the line next to us, but she ended up being the author next door. So we finished with Nana Malone and we got my pre-order and everything. And then we went over to her table and she was telling us about her sports romances. So I picked up 3 of them. So yeah, I picked up this Central State football series by Jacqueline Snow. So first up is First Meets Foul. I don't know if these are in order actually. And then I have Scoring Forever. And also The Summer Playbook. This one she said is like a sexy time bucket list type thing where they have to mark off the things as they do them. So really looking forward to that series, and she was super sweet. She was a lot of fun. Towards the end of day 2, I went over to Kat Singleton's table. I really did not expect either of these to still be there, but they were. They don't match. I have the original Black Ties and White Lies, but I kind of wanted these. So I got book 2, Pretty Rings and Broken Things in her like signing special edition. And then also book 3, Bright Lights and Summer Nights. Honestly, these next ones, I'm a little bit, like I have a little bit of buyer's remorse about them because they're so short and I don't know that I'm going to like them. But they're super cute covers. And it's an author that I've read before and enjoyed. So I'm happy I have them. I just don't really anticipate keeping them for like ever, if that makes sense. But I picked up the Holidays in Salem series by, I guess it's the whole series, by Kelly Elliott. So the first one is Halloween. It's a bit of Hocus Pocus. I think this one is July 4th. It's a bit of razzle dazzle, so I'll probably read that. What, July 4th is like next week or something. I have a Christmas one, a bit of Holly Jolly. And then super, super tiny one is a St. Patrick's Day. Mine totally went blank. A bit of We Luck. Like, it's super short. So I think I've said this in nearly every video that I've ever posted. I don't love super short books, so I have a bit of buyer's remorse on those, but they're super cute covers, so we'll see. An author that I know a lot of my friends have enjoyed her sports romances is Ali Siz. I think is how you say it. Should have asked her, didn't do it. But I could not make my mind up on, like, her and one of her assistants were like giving us the spiel about all the different books and all the different stuff, and I could not make up my mind which ones I wanted. So I went with the Ali Siz playbook that's got power play and looking to score. She said it's kind of like her starter pack special edition. So I ended up buying that one. She is super sweet, super fun. She sat there and chatted with us for quite a while, even though there wasn't like a super long line, but there was a line. So it was nice to not feel rushed. A rom-com author that I have enjoyed a lot in the past, and I think I have all of her books up there, is Avery Flynn, and she had a new series that I haven't picked up yet, so I went ahead and bought two books that she had there. I don't know if these are the only two that are out, but I have Walk of Shame and Anger Bang. I think this one might be first, but yeah, I went ahead and picked those up. Her books are usually pretty easy reads, like I said, rom-coms, steamy, that kind of thing. Another pre-order that I picked up was my Lena Hendricks pre-order. I read her books originally. I don't remember if I read it in September or October, but I read it for Love in Vegas at the end of October, and she has become one of my favorite authors that I've read in the past year. And so I needed her, like, I don't know if it's her original series, but it's the one like before I think she kind of blew up. So this is the, what's it called? Chickaloo Falls series. So I have Finding You, Keeping You, Protecting You, and Choosing You. And when she saw that I had the mail covers, she was like, oh, I have a cover reveal for the next book coming on Monday. Do you want to see it? And I was like, yes, please. And it's super gorgeous. So on day 2, I picked up my Nana Malone pre-order on day 1. We still haven't gotten to it. It is in a stack here somewhere. I picked that up on day 1. On day 2, we saw her at a panel where she talked about being from Ghana, and my sister had wanted to go talk to her about something else. Or about something with that. So we were waiting back in line at her table. It was just like one person. And the volunteer at the table next to her on the other side, like it was Jacqueline Snow, Nana Malone, and then this author. She was just like yelling, sports romance and pointing, sports romance and pointing. So I went and bought a football romance. This one is Saint by Lisa Lang Blakeney. And it doesn't exactly say, but I think it might kind of be they're assigned to work together type thing. And she's very like career driven, and he's kind of like the playboy football player. So picked up that one. It's been a really long time since I've read an Elizabeth O'Rourke, and I think I still have one of her Devil whatever series books. But I ended up picking out The Summer I Destroyed You. So it sounds like a small town, maybe a little dislike to love. Not really sure, but I have read Elizabeth O'Rourke before and really enjoyed her. So when I saw that one was there. This next one was a total cover buy. I loved the colors on it. It's Broken Romeo by Katana Collins. So it sounds like a woman who's trying to make it on Broadway, and she goes to this audition, and it ends up being it comes face to face with the director, the rich quarterback from college who broke my heart and stabbed me in the back 3 years ago. So second chance, Broadway, God, I hope this one's good. I feel like one time I picked up a Broadway book at a signing and it was terrible. And I don't remember what it was, but it wasn't this one. So we're gonna give that one a shot. Oh, finally, here's the Nana Malone pre-order that I feel like I've teased you about for 5,000 years. So this is the Gentleman Rogues series. I bought the whole series. I don't know what order they go in. I do know book 1 is The King. I read this one as an audiobook. Like it was just something that was available for my library. And so I picked it up because Nana Malone was going to be at Book Bonanza. And then I really enjoyed it. And so like the day that I finished the audiobook was the day after she posted her pre-order was up. So yeah, I went ahead and pre-ordered the whole series. In this first one, I think they're all different couples. But in this first one, the girl's family kind of runs this, like, I think like the Kingsman movies, where it's like a spy school, like secret society type thing, or a spy like secret society. And then her family runs the school that trains everybody to move up into that. And so she's kind of like, she's supposed to take over and all that, but she sneaks out and meets this guy. They hook up, and then the next, like, she leaves and he basically ghosts her. And so I think it was a couple months later, she sees him and he is there at the school training to be a spy and doesn't remember who she is. And so it's like trying to like bridge the gap between what she thought happened and what did and all that kind of stuff. It's so good. And then, like I said, I ordered the rest of the series. I don't know what order they go in, but I have The Saint, The Rook, The Spy, and The Villain. So yeah, really looking forward to all of those. I don't know if those other ones have audiobooks. I need to look at that. Another one, I don't remember why we stopped at this author's table. I think my sister had seen something on the Facebook group, and so that's why we did. But we stopped at, I think her full name is Stacey Marie Brown. She has like a post-apocalyptic series, but I bought one of her contemporaries. This one is Buried Alive. It's a beautiful hardcover edition that she had. I don't know if she always sells them or if this was just like signing editions. So yeah, it says that something tragic has happened to her in her past. And she's just recently returning home, and he is an Olympic hopeful snowboarder, and their paths cross. And yeah, don't know much about it. Again, it was just kind of like, it's the hardcover and the pretty, and yeah. This next one, we were across the aisle. I don't remember what author, and I saw these covers. I'll show you the one that I saw. And so we went across to talk afterwards, and I ended up buying all 4 books in the series. So this first one is the one that I saw, and it ended up being the first in the series. But it is Southern Charmer by Jessica Peterson. They're in like a kitchen, and his hand is all up on. So book 2 is, no, that's not book 2. Turn it this way. Book 2 is Southern Player. They're on a tractor. Book 3 is Southern Gentleman. This seems like maybe an accidental pregnancy because she does have a little bump there. And then Southern Heartbreaker is book 4. So I have 2 of the free books from the other 2 free books from our swag. I really don't think I'm going to keep either one of these. The first one is Just a Little Crush by Willow Winters and Amelia Wilde. That's a super short one, and I don't know much about one of those authors, and the other one is not one I want to read. So I also have this version of From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The version I have is like a black and a red, and this one is a gray, so I don't know if it's like a signing edition or what. And it doesn't like say anything, so yeah, no, it doesn't say any kind of like special edition or anything on it. But yeah, I already have From Blood and Ash, and it's the only one I enjoyed in the series. Book 2 went downhill for me real fast, and don't even think I read book 3. So yeah, I'm like, there's no reason for me to keep this, but I did get it, so it's in the video. Okay, just 2 more. This one was a free book from Michelle Mencken. They had the Wild and Windy West, like code in our lunch bags on the first day. So I ended up buying a Wild and Windy West ticket for Phoenix in February. And so when I went to go, she didn't have a line, so we stopped over to talk to her. She had free books, and this is calling for a Rockstar. This says Rockstar Romance Books number 7. Okay, wait a minute. This is new collection, best-selling author Michelle Mencken features 7 best-selling Rockstar Romance samples, 298 condensed pages from each of the hot, romantic, and full-length Rockstar romances. Oh, okay, so it's this like little sampler thing. I guess I don't really need that then either, because I don't read samples, so didn't realize that. And finally, the last one that I have was another that I found when I was going through random pre-orders. But I picked up the Vows and Vengeance series by Bella J. I don't remember what. Oh, I did not realize it had artwork in it. I don't remember what the actual books in, I think it's a duet, are called. But basically it's another of the like arranged marriages, but they're enemies. And so they have to like work past those feelings about each other. So that's all the books I have. You can't see them, but they're just like everywhere. That's all the books that I bought at Book Bonanza. I had a really good time. Like I said, I was exhausted. I'm sure you've seen by now, and it'll be in the later picture posts. We got to see It Ends With Us, the movie, like ahead of time. And that is such a good movie. I think it really did, like, I think it really like held true to the book. I do think it does a little bit better maybe at seeing that it's not the romanticization, y'all know what word I'm trying to say. I do think it does a little bit better to show like how she viewed everything happening the first time as opposed to what was really going on. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the last Book Bonanza. Sad that it is. But now I can go put all these books away. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm about to go ahead and put in all of the pictures and stuff that I have. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye.
0, 1, 2, 3. Let's get started. To get a hold of yourself. Ain't nobody stopping me.
Taking everyone's order, like, you know, their appetizers, like, which did you prefer? What's your favorite dish? What's your favorite dish? And then
I go up to you and I say, what about you? What do you like?
What? What?